Hello, hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to La Vie del C. For those who are new, welcome to the family. Today we are doing a brand new video, and this video is titled Crazy. Crazy, just the way I'm kind of looking right now. Crazy in love. Crazy in love. Girl, who you in love with? The idea for this video came to me just like somebody, just reminding me, listen girl, don't ever lose like your I don't remember if they said craziness, but don't ever lose your passion or the way you go for God, the way you praise and everything. And then God gave me the idea, like, just do a video and talk about that a little bit. So I'm calling it Crazy in Love because that's how I see loving God. And I mostly want to share it because I know that a lot of us, a lot of people have difficulty expressing the reverence, like, towards God. And I wanted to explain how I wanted to help you guys maybe understand, like, why do I believe that I'm crazy in love with God, or how do I express that to God, is just by being radical in the way I serve God, or being radical in the way I worship God, or the way I praise, like whatever. I'm not saying I'm perfect, obviously, but whatever I do for God, I try to do it with 100% of my energy or myself. Or actually, something my pastor often says, like preaches to us, is keep that same energy. So the same energy I used to have when I was in the world, okay, the same passion I would have for the world, also apply that passion to God. Like, just give him everything the same way that in the world we give everything, like literally open up the door for everything. In the same way, I've learned to open up the door for whatever God says, especially when your girl is praising and worshiping, okay? Because I can be a little crazy for God, okay? Like real crazy. And for me, what I believe that has birthed that in me is just constant remembrance. It's just there's a verse in the Bible that God says that to remember his goodness, like remember the good things he has done for us. And for me, when I worship God, I don't think about who's looking at me. I don't think about whether I'm looking silly or whether I am looking stupid, because I could be. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. I In that moment where it's between me and God, I don't care about what the outside is thinking, because I'm just in a place of remembrance, or I'm just in a place of awe of who God is and who he has been to me. And I feel like that's where my craziness for God comes from. And I feel that that's more needed, because sometimes we, especially women, for us women who, we, especially if we had our hair, like really looking fine, makeup on, looking fine, we try to put our praise under control, we put our worship under control, but it's not supposed to be that way. It's not supposed to be that way when you're in the presence of God. It is supposed to be the place where you let go and you let God. You just let the Spirit move and you allow yourself to be completely vulnerable before God and before man. If you're doing it in the eyes of man, this radicalness is not something that it should only be done when you're in public. Because I believe that if you're only trying to do it in public, it's definitely not gonna work. Sorry guys, I had to pick up a call, but I believe I was saying that if you're trying to be radical for God just in public, it's not gonna work unless you learn to do that in private, because it doesn't work. It doesn't work. You have to learn to do it both sides, and that's what God has taught me, is that if you can do it in private, how are you gonna build up the courage to do it in public, right? So I if we if we pause to think if we pause to think on the greatness of God, if we pause to think on who this big God is, this giant, all powerful, all present, all knowing God, who has chosen to love you, this little tiny thing, upon this great, beautiful earth that He has created, and He has chosen to love you, and then He asks you to praise me. That's all I ask you. Praise me, worship me, honor me, and everything that I have, it belongs to you. All my riches, all every greatness on earth, that belongs to you. The one thing I ask is that you worship me. I don't care that you do things that break my heart. I'm always ready to forgive you as long as you come back to worship me. It's just like that mentality of going back to the greatness and the bigness and the largeness and the massiveness. I don't even know what words to use anymore, of this great God that we serve, and that he deserves no less than our all, because even our all can even make up for His all. I don't even know if you guys understand what I just said, but it kind of made sense in my head when I said it. Okay, it's just everything that we have to offer, that 100% is not even enough for how great He is, and for who He is for us, and for who He simply is, and for what He has done for us. We deserve to give God no less than our 100%. And that's something I'm continuously working on, is to be able to give God my 100%, even when I am tired, even when everything seems to be dim and I'm like I just want to sleep, or I just want to sit down, is going back. But where would you be, Elsie, if God had given up on you? So that's why I can't give up on being crazy for this God. I can't give up on acting crazy for this God. I can't give up on going all the way to whatever He calls me to do, or to whatever I find myself doing in the moment, for Him, for His glory, for His great name. And I just, the purpose of me sharing this message is that I simply want to see more of us break our shells. I want to see more of us as children of God, men, women, break our shells, break out of. And I know that, like, some of these things, they're simply there. Some is connected to insecurities, but like, break out of insecurities, break out of self-consciousness, so that we can hide ourselves in this big God and just be in awe of who He is, and be completely consumed by His greatness. And when you get to that point, it doesn't matter, yo. It doesn't matter who think you're crazy. It doesn't matter who thinks you've lost a brain cell. It doesn't matter who thinks you're weird or you're, I don't know. Like, I don't know what other words to use, but who doesn't think that you have your right mind? Like, I don't like, the way I see it is, as long as it's for God, my mind doesn't need to seem right to anybody else. Because when you think about when I think about where God has taken me, somebody could pretty much say that God's mind was not right to take me out, or God's mind was not right to have mercy on me, or to shower me with his grace. But if God doesn't think logically about the way he sacrifices for me, he doesn't think logically about the way he will travel so far for me, why should I think logically when it comes to serving him? Why should I think logically when it comes to praising and worshiping him? That is my spill on the reason why I desire to be crazy in love with God. And when I say crazy, I mean crazy, okay? Crazy in love with God. And I also believe and I pray also that so many of my brothers and sisters in Christ get to a point where we can all do this together, because we have nothing else to give God. We have nothing else to give God. The only thing we really can say we give to God is the opportunity that he has given us to praise him and worship him and serve him. So if that's the only thing I can give this big God, then let's go 100%, baby, because we go 100% on so many other things in life, and God deserves no less. That is all for today's video. It was kind of a rant, but I am passionate about everything I said, and I hope you guys like the video. If you like this video, leave a comment. That's one. Subscribe if you have not. Like, comment, share, and I will see you guys in my next video. What to do? Okay? Thank you guys again so much for watching. Mwah.